Hello, dear friend, and welcome. My name is Cynthia Alice Anderson, and I am the owner and founder of the Experience of the Soul podcast channel. For over 7 years, we have been honored to bring you messages that inspire, uplift, and support your spiritual journey. These programs are made with love and made possible by you and your generosity. That's why over the next 90 days, we are aiming to raise $9,000 to carry this channel forward into the new year. Every gift, large or small, helps us continue producing, sharing, and reaching souls all around our world. So I invite you today to give as you are able, knowing that your support keeps these messages coming and available to all. Thank you for walking the journey with us, dear friend. Together we are making a difference. We are so grateful. Blessings on the journey, my dear friends.
So let's let our eyes close. Take a deep breath. Just kind of relax where you are. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all man. Join me. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all. I give from the all in my heart. I give from the all in my heart. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all. I give from the all in my heart. I give with the all in my heart. I give from the all in my heart. I give with the all in my heart. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. Open heart, open mind, open arms to all mankind. See if you can feel your heart beating. That never-ending heartbeat. That essence of life inside you. Feel your heart beating. Feel the life in you beating. It's like a clock always ticking. Like God is always talking to you from the essence of life inside you. There's a place in A Course in Miracles that says, "My heart is beating in the peace of God." My heart is beating in the peace of God. Maybe your heart is a portal calling you to that peace, that eternal state of God presence. My heart is beating in the peace of God. It's so simple, so ever-present, every moment of your life. My heart is beating in the peace of God. And from this place, you do keep it open. Open heart, open mind to all. And then you can remember the same experience is happening in everyone. This life, this portal to God in every being. Their heart is beating in the peace of God. Let's say those words together. My heart is beating in the peace of God together. My heart is beating in the peace of God. Such a simple reminder. Always happening. Every moment of every day. Right here. And so we are. I offer you my heart, I bring myself to you, I offer you my love, that I may join with you. I offer you my heart, I bring myself to you, I offer you my love, that I may join with you. God only knows what will come. God only knows what will come. God only knows what will come. And God always knows that we're one. I offer you my heart. I bring myself to you. I offer you my love, that I may join with you. I offer you my heart. I bring myself to you. I offer you my love, that I may join with you. God only knows what will come. God only knows. God only knows what will come. What will come. God only knows what will come. God always knows, and God always knows that we're one. My arms are open wide. They're here to welcome you. These fears I cannot hide, but I'm gonna see it through. I'm gonna see it through. I offer you my heart. I bring myself to you. I offer you my love, that I may join with you. I offer you my heart. I bring myself to you. I offer you my love, that I may join with you. Free your mind. And this is a lot about freeing your mind, because often don't we get caught up in our linear thinking or lower mind, the chatter, chatter, chatter. I know I do. And I think one of the biggest complaints from my wife is that I'm in go mode, or I'm trying to figure stuff out. You know, like she'll say a sentence. Men, tell me humans, tell me if you've experienced this. Like she'll say an entire sentence. I missed the first word, and so I don't know what the rest of the sentence is about. And I have a choice, don't I? I have a choice to, and usually the tendency, which she's helping to correct, is I'll get scrunched up in my face and look confused and like, just tell me what the first word was so I can understand what just happened. And I realize this is a turning point. This is an inflection point. I have a choice to get all upset about not hearing the first word, which is the whole mental thing, or I can free my mind and just come back to my heart and just kindly ask, so could we go over that again? But she says, my face always looks like this. And that's not really working in our relationship. Now, what I also can tell you is that I was married previously, and my first wife said I did the same thing. So what she would say was, you have to feed the information to the computer just right so he'll understand. And I admit that's kind of true. So it's a learning process. You know, how do we get out of this? Because it can become a default we go to. You know, the linear mind, the chattering mind. How can we focus back in the heart? You've always heard the phrase, focus your mind. Well, how about focus your heart? How about let the mind have its place? And we need our minds. But I think also if you notice you're trying to figure things out, like let's figure out our relationship, I'm not sure if it happens in the figuring out area. I think it's a heart experience. How can I meet you heart to heart? And not necessarily mental. The power of a focused heart. I guess the last complaint I'll share is, Charlie, you're in go mode again. You're in go mode, which is, again, it's like instead of being, she'll say she misses me because I got to do this, I got to, like it's like some deadline which I created, but I'm not present. What's the point of that? What's the point of not being present in our lives just to get things done? You may have heard me say this before. I love this thought that came to me, which is when you're in the spirit world before coming here, was your first thought, I can't wait to get to earth to get a bunch of errands done? Is that why you came here? No. No, it's to connect soul to soul, to learn, to grow, to be with each other. What do I learn from you? What do you learn from me? How do we join? How do we see that the word unity is real? It's not just a nice word on the building. And to live from that. So what I've noticed what I do, I have to notice I'm doing it, stop, pause, slow down, maybe remember my heart is beating in the peace of God. Is that a great reminder? This little tick, tick, tick. My heart is beating in the peace of God. Bring that to every moment. And, I think the spiritual journey is, first of all, I want to say, anything I say today you've probably already thought of, and I may say nothing new. I think my goal is that we come to church to remind ourselves, or maybe we hear it in a slightly different way that maybe hooks and we can remember at least till Wednesday. I often think that my mission, I've said this for decades, my mission in life is, as a musician, is to write jingles for God. And the idea being that some truth gets stuck in your mind just like a jingle, like it just gets hooked. And at least you can hang on to it for a while. I have a friend who's a Unity minister. He's passed on, but I'm still saying I have a friend. And he would impress people how he could quote A Course in Miracles. All he was doing was remembering some songs I'd written where I'd put words to the chorus into a song. But again, jingles for God, the hook. So anyway, I think this is a journey of forgetting and remembering in its simplest form. We know this truth, and it's like, oops, I forgot. And just come back to center, come back to my heart is beating in that peace. And oops, I got angry at the person driving in front of me. Oops, I let that go, come back. Oops, I did it again. Britney Spears. And it is that journey of the prodigal son in a way. Oh, you forgot. It's okay. Come back home. You don't have to do anything. You're welcome at any time. Just come back to your Christ self. All that Christ wants is you to come back. You forgot, come back. Just stay in touch. Letting go is a big part of it, isn't it? Like, anger, situations like, can I just let it? I think letting go equals forgiveness. In a way, just can I unhook myself from this energy? I found a quote from Eckhart Tolle, and he said that sometimes letting go is an act of far greater power than defending and hanging on. Like there's more power in letting go than defending your position, than hanging on, than trying to work, fight it out. If I often I get this image of if you're in a tug of war, that energy, that back and forth energy, that conflict. If you're in a tug of war, what's the easiest way to get out of a tug of war? Drop the rope. Drop the rope. Use that in your life. If you find yourself like there's this, what if you just didn't engage? Or if you see yourself engaged, what if you just like, wait, why am I in this battle? There's something better here. I've heard of, and I haven't gotten deeply into this, it's a Hawaiian practice called Ho'oponopono. You've probably heard of it, some of you. And there are 4 steps to it. It also looks at the same thing, like how do I let go and come back to my heart? How can I focus back in how can I free my mind from this chaos and come back to something deeper? I think there's also divine mind, but usually when we talk about mind, it's that chattering lower human, like just, this is not useful mind. So the 4 steps are, I'm going to do the headlines and a little bit of talk. So it's, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. And what I love is that this practice of Ho'oponopono has what I think is a revolutionary, overarching concept, which is that you are responsible for everything happening in your life. Now, most of us don't want to say that or think that. I'm responsible for everything. This is all my doing. And there's something like aggravating and freeing in that at the same time. So of course you didn't drive that car into the thing, and you didn't scrape that. That other person did that. However, on a larger scale, your soul is calling every lesson to you for your growth. So can you take responsibility that you have asked for this into your life? And then maybe that's freeing, and maybe you can let go. It's a revolutionary concept. So everything. So I'm sorry. So surrender. I'm sorry is surrendering and letting go. I think the two parts are letting go. Two parts are heart. So I'm sorry. So that's you surrendering, letting go into the relationship. Please forgive me. Again, letting go, humbling. And then thank you. To me, that's extending the heart. Thank you for teaching me what I need to learn, for showing me I have another step in my growth. And then finally, I love you. And that's extending in the heart, and also I think just welcoming all of life into you. I love you. I am connected to you. I am one with you. As much as my lower mind doesn't see that at all. Letting go. Letting go of what isn't working, coming back to love. Life is simpler if you're not always defending. Can you get into that? Life is simpler if you find yourself defending. I do this all the time. I'll start to, I notice myself, I kind of like, it's a reflex. It's like a knee jerk. I go into defense. I need to defend myself. It's like, wait. And there's a reminder in A Course in Miracles, if I defend myself, I am attacked. So as soon as you defend, you've joined the conflict. You've picked up the rope. You're back in the thing. So if you notice yourself defending, maybe pause. This is a good tool. Maybe pause. Did I just pick up the rope? Do I want conflict? Do I want to join the battle? So in that same vein, that your soul is calling these lessons to you. Eckhart Tolle says, we all kind of know this, but it bears repeating. Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. How do you know this is the experience you need? Because it is the experience you're having at the moment. It's kind of the same thing as if you're not dead yet, there's more for you to do. That's why I'm here. So non-linear mind. Can you perceive your world with that bigger perspective? The lessons are coming to me. Again, it's not anything you haven't thought of, but it bears repeating. I think that's useful. If you notice yourself going into defense, or if you notice yourself trying to figure things out, maybe drop the rope, maybe come back to your heart. Figure out. Let's figure out our relationship. So I want to share a few experiences where non-linear, heart-opening experiences have shifted my life. And the first one, it has to do with, this is back in the 70s, but this is a beautiful experience I had. And a buddy of mine, he and I were just going to see this open house. It was a small remodel of a house in his neighborhood. And it looked really cute, like this old, like 100-year-old wooden house. Is what do they call it, a shotgun design. And so we were walking in the front door, and I happened to look all the way down this long hall of the shotgun, and maybe 50, 70 feet away at the other end was this very cute girl. And I thought, we caught each other's eyes. I felt like magic from this stranger, and she was there with a friend of hers, another girlfriend. And I just I have to go talk to this girl. And so we ended up, I didn't want to be too pushy, but we ended up, connecting, and the two ladies and my friend and I, and And it turns out, her name was Beth, the one whose eyes I caught. It turns out she was deaf. It's like, oh, that's interesting, unexpected. And in a way, isn't that beautiful? Eye-to-eye communication has nothing to do with speaking and hearing. So we chatted, and I got to know her over time. We ended up dating for a while. And I thought, well, I noticed she was signing. And I want to learn sign language, and I love languages anyway. And so I went to Thursday night once a week, signing school at the local community college. And after about 3 weeks, I was trying to do some signing. And what happened was that after a while, she said, "Stop it, stop that, because I don't feel you anymore. You're just in your mind doing your signing again. There it is again." It's like she couldn't feel my heart. I'm just busy. Where's the part where we connect? Now, the good news is she had grown up lip reading, so she didn't need me to sign. She learned it later in life, actually, for her job, working with deaf people. So, another reminder, being, connecting. Who am I from my heart, not chatter, chatter, chatter. Oh, this is the thing, and this is the, She lost me. Now, another fun thing that we did, she taught at a deaf school, and she actually had a degree in music education, which was fascinating. And she played the piano for me once, but what I noticed was it wasn't like necessarily great piano playing, but she loved the sound waves hitting her body. She played as loud as she could just to feel it. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? So we snuck into her classroom on a Saturday. She unlocked, and we borrowed a couple of little small xylophones. And the idea was we're going to stick them in our car, go out into the hill country outside of town. We sat under this big live oak tree and sat down to play music with each other. So we were sitting opposite each other. She had her xylophone, I had mine. And she said, "Let's play some music." And so I got my 2 mallets ready to hit the xylophone. And I'm thinking, well, what would be fun? Maybe like some parallel harmonies or maybe a melody. And while I'm busy in my mind, she just leaned back and just wailed away. She just went, she's not looking at where she's playing. And again, sound waves. And I'm kind of holding my mallets, looking at her, going, okay. I looked up at the sky. I wailed away and something in me freed up. And unbelievably, that moment changed my music playing. Yes, I'm okay. I didn't fall. It changed how I play music the rest of my life. Something in me let go, got beyond my mind, and now when I play, I don't worry about hitting wrong notes. I play, just lean into that piano, just bang away, boom, or guitar, or singing, just like free. Who would have ever guessed that kind of shift would happen from a deaf person? But out of my mind, into my wild heart. Free your mind. The power of a focused heart. Focusing from here. You can't talk about the heart without also remembering the heart breaks. Things happen. We lose a loved one, lose a job, financial issues, things that break our hearts. I have a friend, John Aston, a songwriter. He wrote a beautiful line that's always stuck with me. The heart that breaks is but opening again. The heart that breaks is but opening again. Sometimes we have to let our hearts break and feel it. Sometimes we have to just go there. There's a tendency to want to I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel it. Well, you brought this into your life for a reason. Let's learn. Let's get the lesson. My wife Heidi talks. She was reading some. I don't know if it was a reel or something she was reading, but there's a principle about like when you're going through an emotion. It's like you're going into this tunnel, and a lot of people they get stuck in the tunnel, like they don't fully feel it, and they could be stuck in the tunnel for months or years. It's like so. The principle is just go all the way through. Get out of that tunnel. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, and then get out. but feel it. The heart that breaks is but opening again. And open is good. Do you ever you're feeling in pain and it's almost delicious? Have you ever felt that? Like just crying in bed. It's like sometimes it feels good to just go there instead of resisting it. Just feel it. The heart breaks is but opening it. Rumi said it similarly. He said you have to keep breaking your heart until it opens. The philosopher Rumi. You know, I wrote a song, Storms Will Come. And the line, it goes, storms will come, storms will go. And that's true, inner and outer. Just stand in the wind and let things blow. Blow you away and cleanse your soul. You're willing to say what you can't control. Welcome to life. Feel it. Move on. I remember as a minister attending a retreat, and we had a great conversation, and a line that she said, I love, and she said, this is essentially, some people are essentially saying this, I want to make sure I get it right, that people, their attitude is, I want to be enlightened, I just don't want to have to change. Is that good? It's funny, it's kind of, but it's us. We're laughing because it's a part of us, it's true. I want to be enlightened, I just don't want to have to change. Well. So I'm going to finish with one last story. And this, sometimes, it's almost focusing from the heart. Sometimes it's playing from the heart. How can I play? And I think that, that willingness to be, to not be afraid of hitting wrong notes. Then it's the willingness to play, and what if you fall on your face? Well, okay. I played some notes anyway. So this happened on a flight from Chicago to Rome. It was a number of years ago, and I was, flying. I got this upgrade to business class, a free upgrade, which is sweet. On American Airlines, I'm good to them; they're good to me. So I sit down in my kind of plush seat, kind of in the middle section. It's like 2, 2, and 2, and then a minute later, a guy sits next to me. We end up chatting, and he's a musician also, and what do you do? What do I do? And he said, me and my, I'm a part of a band, and we're about to fly to the Middle East to play for the troops. In fact, this band is headed up by an actor, a movie star named Gary Sinise. Now, if you don't remember that name, he was in his probably most popular role was in Forrest Gump. He was Lieutenant Dan, his knees were missing below, or his legs below his knees. And so, and a minute later, Gary Sinise comes up, and he comes down the aisle and sits in the chair just across from my new friend here. And I don't stare at him or anything. I'm like, that's Gary Sinise. and so we take off, and maybe 30 minutes into the flight, a flight attendant pops through the curtain. She comes out and says, they told me there's a movie star somewhere in this section. Which one of you is it? I can feel him cringing. So it's me. And I said, yeah. Oh, really? I said, yeah. Do you remember the movie Forrest Gump? She says, no, I didn't see it. I said, well, I played Lieutenant Dan in that, so I knew I had free reign to say whatever. Yeah, I played Lieutenant Dan in it. She said, oh, fun. Okay. And then she goes behind the curtain, and I kind of lean forward, and I can see Gary. He has a twinkle in his eye. I think he's silently saying, "Thank you for saving me." Let's just play. Don't worry about wrong notes. Focusing from your heart is a lot more important than what your mind is thinking about wrong notes. So I'll summarize. We want to catch ourselves when we leave our heart out of the equation. When go mode, when we care so much about what was that first word in the sentence, instead of back to the heart. Yeah, let's take a breath. Back to the heart. The Eckhart Tolle quote, life will give you whatever experience is most helpful. The heart that breaks is but opening again. Get through the tunnel. If you feel it, don't hide, just stand in the wind, let things blow. My heart is beating in the peace of God. And just stay focused in your heart, whether it's playing xylophone with a deaf friend or saving Lieutenant Dan. And so it is. Thank you. Thanks. Open my heart, I close my heart, open my heart, and then I close my heart again. Stand in my strength, I back away, stand in my strength, and then I back away again. I call the light, come forward. I call the light from home. I call the light from inward. It is my choice alone. Stay in my heart, I choose again. Stay in my heart, I choose again, this time for good. Stand in my strength, I choose again. Stand in my strength, I choose again, this time for good. I hold the light forever. I hold the light from home. I hold the light from inward. It is my choice alone. My choice alone. Sing these words. Stay in my heart. Stand in my strength. 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 It is my choice alone. 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 Thank you. Thanks.
As you return to your day, may you move with a little more ease, a little more awareness, and a deeper trust in the good that is already unfolding. Blessings on the journey.